Hey guys, we got this new router here from Almond. We purchased this router because our current router was not working most of the time, and we're constantly having to reset it. Plus, the range was bad, and our modem sits in the back of our house. So typically, when we need a Wi-Fi signal, we're anywhere from 20 to 30 feet away from it. So the signal is always very bad. Anyway, so we found this one that has a range extender included, and this nice little touch screen here. They claim 3 minutes on the setup, and which is possible, assuming that you don't want to set up any of the additional features that it has. If you're just setting up the router, you can get it done in about 3 minutes. So basically all you're doing here is just choosing the username and password, and that's really the only settings that you have to do. You can go ahead and quit the wizard after that and choose to set up everything else later. We don't have any smart sensors or anything like that we're using, so I'm not going to worry about that. So you can see less than 3 minutes here. We already have internet access. You can go ahead and update the software, which will take a few minutes. I'm not going to go through all these features because it does have a lot of features that you can access from the device, but just take a quick look here at some of the features that you can access directly from the router. So the touchscreen is quite small. It's a good bit smaller than the average newer smartphone, so it is a little bit finicky to use, especially on the keyboard when you're typing in your passwords or username or anything like that. The touchscreen is a nice feature, but honestly I don't think that I would prefer to use it more than just setting it up on the computer where you can actually see what you're doing and use a keyboard and mouse. So it is cool, but not really necessary in my opinion. You can check for updates here right on the screen. And before I updated the software, it did glitch out a few times, but since I updated it, we've been using this router for about 2 weeks now since the update, and it has not glitched once. We haven't had to reset it. It's worked perfectly. So here is compared to just an old, basically $40 D-Link router. You can see that the Almond is a good bit smaller than the D-Link. And we'll compare it to a smartphone. This is a 4 point. This is a Samsung Galaxy S3, so 4 point something inch screen, so you can kind of tell how small the screen is there. So I got this cool little app which measures the signal strength of the Wi-Fi. This measures it in decibel milliwatts, which is basically the strength of the signal. So the range is from 0 to negative 100, 0 being the strongest, negative 100 being the weakest signal. So we're just going to walk through the living room here, and at this point I'm about almost 20 feet from the router. You can see I still have 4 bars, or negative 55 on the decibel milliwatts. Okay, once I get here to the door, that's close to 40 feet. It's about 35 to 37 feet from the router. So we're at negative 64, which is, according to my cell phone, about 3 bars on the Wi-Fi signal. So outside is going to be the real test, with all the walls in the way and kind of here after the porch, getting close to 50 feet from the router. We're still at negative 74 on the decibel milliwatts, and you can see 2 bars on the notification Wi-Fi strength. Okay, out here is close to 60 feet from the router, So we're still at about negative 80 and 3, now 2 bars on the Wi-Fi. So there's the house. The router's at the very end of the opposite side of the house, and we're still about two bars on that. Okay, so we'll wrap it up here. This is actually 3 feet away from the router. About the router's on the other side of this outside wall here. So even through the wall, we've still got 4 bars on the Wi-Fi strength, about negative 41. So all in all, I'd say this is a great investment if you need a range extender and a router built in.